Yeah, he had X-rays on his nose. He got hit in the face with, I think, an elbow, but X-rays were negative. So far, so good.
How scary was that to see him on the floor like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a frequent sight. I mean, he literally sticks his nose in there, on every play. That's why we love him. He's so tough and physical. Takes charges. He's always battling for rebounds, so he frequently gets hit in there.
Would you term him day to day?
I'm sorry?
Would you term him day to day then, if X-rays are?
Yeah, I think that's about all we could do right now. Yeah.
Yeah. What's just kind of you're starting Lindy at the 2. It seems like you are. I mean, how committed to that are you in the near future? I guess I would ask.
Yeah, I'm committed to that right now. He's a good fit next to that group. I like bringing Buddy off the bench. The bench group has been really good this year, so starting Lindy allows us to keep the bench intact and gives us another shooter, defender in the starting lineup.
Steve, this game was not aesthetically pleasing, but what are the things you did like about the way the team played versus the other night?
Well, I love the first half. The first half was very aesthetically pleasing. We let our guard down a little bit, especially late third quarter. It just the game got away from us a little bit, but the energy and the sharp play in the first half was really fun to watch. So we just got to keep building on that.
Free throw shooting early on was really good. It tailed off late. I think you made 11 of the first 12, something like that, 12 of the first 13. Is that just, again, happenstance, or is that something that was discussed?
Yeah, I mean, no, we just guys have to keep working on it. So it's not something that I'm going to harp on. The guys know they've got to get the work in on their own, and we'll be all right. We'll turn that around.
In terms of game planning defensively, was there any advantage to going up against the Hawks a couple nights after playing the Clippers? It seems like they kind of might play similar styles with one ball-dominant guard.
I don't know if that really factored in. I mean, we've played against Trae Young many times. He's an amazing passer and really difficult cover. So our guys were locked in and did a really good job. I mean, we held them to 33% shooting for the night. That's pretty tough to do. They missed some open ones, but I thought our defensive pressure was good, and we basically did a pretty good job on Trae.
And then tonight was the third straight game that Kuminga played under 20 minutes. What are the biggest factors that determine whether he plays 15, 16, 17 minutes versus upwards of like 25?
I just read the game, and every game is going to be different. So, we've got a very deep team. As we know, we're committed to playing 12 guys every night. So we just find groups that click, and we stay with them, and JK will be part of a lot of those.
Flip on that, the Hawks-Clippers similarities. Defensively, the Hawks are super lengthy, at least to start. Maybe a little bit like the Clippers, but maybe even more lengthy than that. Younger. I know you didn't have a practice in between, but were there things you emphasized that you got to do, like you didn't do against the Clippers, that you had to do tonight and that you did tonight?
Yeah, mainly make simple decisions. I mean, that's something we're hammering home this year. And I thought in the Clipper game, we made some very poor decisions, especially in the first half, and that put us behind the 8 ball. So I thought our decision-making was much better to start the game. We only had 5 turnovers at halftime. And obviously that waned a little bit in the second half. We made some poor decisions, but to get off to that start was very important.
Some of that, like, don't dribble into nowhere kind of thing?
Yeah, well, don't dribble into traffic mainly, and don't try passes that are too risky. If as long as we just get to our spots and execute, we should just be able to make simple passes, and that should lead to good shots.
Steve, we've asked several times about the starting lineup without DeAnthony, and you talked about Lindy. But beyond Lindy, how does DeAnthony's loss sort of affect things? You need, obviously, Podziemski and Hield and Moody and the wing players, I imagine, to play even more and even better, and particularly on defense. I'm just curious the ripple effect of losing him for the season.
Yeah, it's such a shame for him and for us. I mean, he's an elite defender, and I think having him in the starting lineup with Wiggs, with Draymond and Trace, and Steph, it felt like our defense was not just good but elite, and so it's really a shame, that he won't be able to come back this year, and so it hurts our defense, but we have a lot of depth, and we have guys who can play, and they're ready to go.
If I could follow up on that, Wiggins obviously had a big offensive game today, but how much has his defense kind of returned to his form, and how much will that be needed even more now without DeAnthony?
Wiggs is in a good place. We sensed it in training camp. He's gotten off to a great start. Both ends of the floor. He's really been good. Thank you.